The presence of dragons in the world's ecosystems is an evolutionary pressure in itself. Entire lineages of beasts have evolved to counter or survive a dragon as much as any environmental factor, and perhaps no group has changed as much as the Tenrecs, whose diminutive presence on Earth is a far cry from the grandiose bloodlines present on the alternative realm of the Evervast. I'm Sawyer Lee, and welcome back to the Dragonslayer Codex. Recently, I launched a limited book sale run for Volume 1 of the Codex, and it sold out in just a day. I wanted to take a moment to thank you for your continued investment in this world. It means the world to me. And if you missed this run and still want a copy, don't worry, there will be more. The ebook is also available as a purchase on my Patreon shop as well. Regardless, I am honored and excited to continue to share my work with you. Now, let's discuss this most interesting genus of Afrotherian. Ichneumon is the common name granted to the line of megafaunal Tenrec within this world. Named after the dragon-fighting mammals of legend, they are often predators who specialize in the eggs and young of many species of dragon, and are a prime example of mammalia fighting back against their ecological reptilian overlords. Our survey takes us first to the arid gorgelands and red plateau regions, home to our first species. The common ichneumon is stiff and energetic, with yellow pelage that blends into the sand dunes and beige tones of its habitat. They live in small groups and are most often seen lounging in the shade of a dune. When evening falls, they slink into the roosting nests of wailing bishop dragons in search of vulnerable young. The tall glass spires made by the dragon mean that the common ichneumon needs to be an excellent climber, and the funhouse mirror effect of what is essentially a glass dungeon in the sky has honed their focus and made them hard to distract. They know how to pick their fights, however, and choose nightfall as that is when the largest of the wailing bishops leave to feed. Even so, they will retreat if outnumbered, their eye for strategy being an inspiration to the Houndkeeper clans who may wear their pelts. Domestication was attempted, but proved too difficult, and so the Houndkeepers bred their dogs to mimic the ferocity and cunning of the common ichneumon. Our next venture is north to the temperate woodland of Pine Bristle, a land of orange pine trees, mild summers, and chilled winters brought on by a cold oceanic current running along its length. Here we find a robust and compact species that forgoes the slinky, springy nature of the common ichneumon. The fire jackal is named for bright cinnamon quills that decorate its body, and known for its strong, clamp-like bite that helps it wrestle its chosen prey to the ground. It contests with the emerald bombardier, a smaller dragon species, and the young, more vulnerable and solitary rattledreads. It has been known to bathe in the lakes of the forest to cool off on warm days. The pattern on its head is meant to confuse their draconic foes, who find tight patterns disorienting. Many animals of Evervast use this weakness to their advantage as well. Lastly, one may notice that the paws are almost bird-like. Ancestral Tenrec have strange, hairless limbs, and in their megafaunal equivalents, these exposed segments help them regulate heat, resist being caught on fire, and offer more flexibility than the standard paw. A small species can be found in the record of Arctic hinterland naturalists, who write of a blurred, whitish lump of thorns that feasts on small rodents. They are noted to stay near the god trees of the north in winter, but not much else is known of their habits as they are just that elusive. Not all species are as elusive as the Arctic ichneumon, however. Our last stop is the roaring rivers, crashing waterfalls, and elevated terrain of Sudden Side, a biome on the other side of the known map from Pine Bristle and the Hinter North. Here slithers the strangest of all ichneumon, the pseudonaut. The name is believed to be a rough mashing together of, quote, "suddenly you are not," end quote, in reference to the way this semi-aquatic species bursts from the water like a crocodile towards explorers. The semi-aquatic lifestyle is also apparent in the snake-like body, undulating as it lurks through the rivers of its favorite habitat. Most striking of all is the elaborate facial display of the species, which has a human-like appearance from a distance. Alarming and instant, the display startles dragons, yes, but also appeals to the members of the opposite sex. Extremely long whispers adorn its face and help detect
the silty underwater world. When the false face illusion breaks and the pseudonaut opens its maw, slayers will notice the fangs have evolved to resemble a shearing beak. Oversized, maybe at first impression, but in practice, they are the perfect size to handle its favored prey, young maidstoker dragons. I covered this species in the last video, and for reference, it is a fiery, aggressive, and powerful species that feeds on aquatic plants. Pseudonaut will attempt to behead their quarry with a scissor-like shearing of the teeth, pulling the body underwater and stowing it downstream for prey processing. They are very slow eaters, but quite calm once fed. The quills on their tail can dislodge and stick into the hides of adult maidstoker, and while not fatal to them, is extremely irritating. Locals harvest their quills to adorn for arrows and spears. The world is filled with this successful genus of animal. Taking a niche similar to big cats on Earth, the Ichneumon found their place among this fiery world of dragons. The featured art of this episode is a confrontation between a young maidstoker and a pseudonaut, done by the member Mikuplier on our community Discord. Such a lovely piece and so timely for this episode. Thank you for this. And thank you, of course, to my patrons for making this and all my videos possible. You rock. Thank you especially to my top patrons listed here. Until next time.